How was your night? How was your weekend? And how is life generally? I hope you guys are doing good and I hope you're okay. Well, this is Act of God's Captive into Quad the Captive's Diary, episode 65, season 2, written by Precious Chinwe Obialor-Ukazim. So, from last week, I've seen you guys comment. Thanks for the comment. And for the prayers, I say amen to all your prayers. Yes, amen to all your prayers. Thank you very much. And God bless you. Mommy also says amen to all your prayers. All right, so we stopped at where Blessing, finally, Sister Blessing actually went to open the door to see who her husband is. And if you could remember from the dream, she was told to go and open the door, that her husband is at the door. But then we didn't know who was at the door, because according to the story, we were told that the person has a familiar face. So today we'll be knowing who is at the door. I hope you're ready. All right, stay tuned and listen. Thank you. Wow. So after she opened the door, God forbid. Wow. She blurted out before realizing it that she said it out loud enough to his hearing. Good evening, sister. Pastor Maxwell greeted her while looking behind to know why she muttered the way she did. Is there any problem? He turned and asked her when he didn't see anything or anybody except the two of them. I don't know. Does anybody remember Pastor Maxwell? For those that is trying out to remember, maybe at the end of the story, I can try to bring back your memory on who Pastor Maxwell is. Let's continue. Yes, no. I mean, there's no problem, sir. Welcome, sir. Blessing replied amidst the confusion in her head. Sister, are you sure you are okay? Pastor Maxwell asked her again to be sure she's fine, because her countenance was not homely. Looked like someone who has been crying all day. Yes, I'm fine. I had nightmare, a terrible dream, and was just waking up when I heard the doorbell ring. Come inside, sir, she said as she explained, trying to cover up for the blunder she had made. It's okay, he replied, entering inside the house. Is Daddy around? He asked her. No, sir. He traveled out of town with Mommy yesterday. Blessing answered, moving out of the way for him to enter with his bag. Oh, both of them traveled? He asked rhetorically, halting his movement and looking around the house. Who is around? He asked her, standing at a spot. Nobody. Everybody went out. I'm the only one in the house, she replied, and immediately he dropped his bag and pushed it aside, turning around to leave. Okay, I'll just go there, check on someone, he said, leaving. Others will be back before evening, right? He asked, standing at the door. Yes, they will, she answered, and he nodded, then left with only the school bag on his back. If you know Pastor Maxwell, you will know the reason why he turned back. Yeah, you understand the reason why he actually turned back and did not enter, hearing that she's the only one in the house. Now, this is just different from being the fact that she's the only one. This is what we should learn. But at the end, we can talk about rest. Let's continue. Sorry for the break. Hew, God forbid, it cannot be my husband though. Somebody that is nude circulated everywhere. Ha! I know that I really want to get married, but not him, please. Mbao. She rejected it very empty. Human beings. Well, I don't know. I can't say. I don't know what will happen. Let me just continue. But what kind of dream was that? It means some forces have been blocking me from getting married, and God just used Daddy's face to fight for me. I had the breakthrough in that dream and would have seen my husband if he didn't interrupt my dream. She was meditating over the dream and interpreting it when a word dropped in her mind, saying, but you saw your husband just now, and the physical. When you opened the door, it says, and it got irritated. God forbid. He's not my husband though. I reject it. I haven't waited this long to come and end up with someone like that. No, I reject it. She went on rejecting it. Meanwhile, Pastor Maxwell was outside the gate. He didn't know where to go, but he didn't want to stay in the same house alone with a lady, and that's why he left. Immediately he heard her say she's the only one in the house. He didn't have a phone on him, and he hasn't been using a phone since he left for the remote village, and so he couldn't reach anybody on the phone, and besides, he didn't want people to see him yet. He hung around outside for about an hour, waiting to see when other members of the family will return to the house before going inside. But after 2 hours and he saw nobody returning, he carried his tired self inside to rest in the gate man's room. He's been avoiding women ever since what happened between him and Patricia. I think you guys are remembering Pastor Maxwell now. Him and Patricia, and marriage was not even on his mind. He came back from the village because Nnamdi sent for him, and he didn't want any drama with the opposite sex again. He slept off in the gate man's room and was there until 9 p.m. because he was tired, hungry, and slept very deep. It was the gate man who informed him when he woke up that other members of the family were back. Then he went back into the main house. He went into the brother's room and met Dan and another brother who seemed to be new in the house and stayed with them. But Blessing went there and told him to come up to the visitor's room upstairs as she had prepared the room for him. He refused, explaining that he was okay with the brothers, but she insisted that he go up to the visitor, saying, "Daddy and mommy will be angry with me if they come back and find you staying here. That visitor's room is where they told me to prepare for you, sir." She told him, and after much hesitation, he agreed to move up to the visitor's room. From the moment he entered the visitor's room, locked the room from inside, and doesn't allow anybody to come in. Okay, from the moment he entered the visitor's room, he locked the room from inside and did not allow anybody to come in, especially the ladies in the house. Cecilia. He was struggling with serious trust issues and so doesn't trust any woman, young or old, around him. But between the time he arrived at the house and the 2 days later, when Nnamdi and his wife returned, Blessing showed him so much care. His heart began to melt. For Blessing, she was only carrying out her duties of taking care of the guest by making sure that he's comfortable till when the house owners returned. She wasn't even thinking about the possibility of marrying him because she had already rejected him because of his past, which she is aware of. She doesn't like him enough for marriage because of that, but she respects him and treated him well till when Nnamdi and his wife returned from their ministerial trip. Then he started feeling relaxed with her unconsciously. God, I don't know what to say. You've been praying and God brought your husband. Let's say because of his past, you now say you don't want him, you rejected him outrightly. You didn't understand what led you didn't like. Okay, yes, I understand it's not easy. It's actually not easy for someone that his nudes has been passed around before. I mean, for the fact that you, whom God showed that you are the wife, you were part of the people that actually saw the nudes that time. It's somehow. So I don't want to say I will outrightly blame Sister Blessing, but the thing I will only say is she should calm down and allow God do his work. It's not easy though. I get it, I understand. I was already paranoid that after all these years, saying for 36 years and everything, finally she husband, yeah, make him out. But on the second note, it's not easy. So I get it. But the most importantly, we pray she doesn't make the mistake Chidima made. So there is a reason why God showed her that is her husband. And if it's not good for her, God will not show her. So I get it. I'll just pray if she just allow God to allow the love flow easily. Yeah, that's the only thing. And for people that don't know Pastor Maxwell, he was the pastor during the time of John seeing them. That time. That had issue with the girl Patricia, and the girl released his nudes, and Nnamdi had to tell him to go to a village to stay for the time being. so that his head can be calm. And now he's back. And though we don't know why, but we said Unam sent for him. So anyway, we need to just calm down and allow God. It's not easy. It's not easy. It's not easy. God's ways are not man's ways. Yes, his ways are not our ways. So sometimes when God gives us something, sometimes it doesn't look palatable. It doesn't look palatable. But remember, when you first of all dig out a gold, it doesn't look good until it passes through the refinery process. Then you will see the beauty of the gold. So that is one thing I have come to understand, and I want every one of us to also understand that you might have a bad past. Not everybody has a good past. Yes, not everyone. Some people have been good all their lives. They've been beautiful, have no flaws, nothing. But there are some that, yes, they've gone through dirty past. It's not their fault. So we just have to allow God to help our heart and overlook that part and say, oh God, is your will, I accept. It's okay. So thank you for today and have a beautiful and lovely day. Please don't forget to subscribe. I hope you guys know that. Yes, don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment, and also invite others to read this beautiful story. Have a wonderful day ahead. Bye.